Be the one, 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 be the one. Yes!
Good job.
Yes!
Congratulations.
Finally. Finally. Woo. We stayed in this spot. The temperature is perfect, 52.2 degrees. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Darth Sloan here, your official partnered content creator for Expansive Worlds, and we finally did it. You saw that. Sorry about the audio troubles there. For whatever reason, when I record through my GeForce experience, I guess because of the way I've got my sound set up, it doesn't capture gameplay, but that's okay. We got the footage. Doesn't capture gameplay, sound rather. But I'm out here today to show you guys how to catch some tiger muskie. The hot spots, I've never had any trouble catching them, but I always had trouble with the RNG getting that diamond to spawn. As a matter of fact, let's look at the tiger muskie, see what we can learn about it. Number one bait preferred is the swim bait. You can use jerk bait, spinner bait, shad, minnow. There were times when I was busy doing other things, like over on my other monitor, that I would just throw that minnow out there and float fish a little bit. They hit it pretty good too. But I'm going to show you some tips and tricks that I used that I wish I had known before I started fishing for tiger muskie, and a lot of these fish actually. The ones that have given me trouble, I could have gotten them a lot quicker had I paid attention to the temperatures. Now, there are some naysayers out there. All I'm doing is using the data that I have, so it works, trust me. And I'll explain why right here in a little bit. Before we hop into it, please do me a favor and hit that like, subscribe, and notify bell. And make sure not to miss any future content coming out. Let's hop into it, guys. How are we going to get this tiger muskie? Let's help you guys get one. All right, we're going to summon our boat. Use our best in snow as I'm holding on to Christmas as long as I can, even though it is December 26th as the making of this video. That was my Christmas present yesterday, as I got my diamond tiger muskie while fishing with my buddy Cyrus and Madness. Let's head on over to one of the first locations I want to show you today, but it has an asterisk beside it. We'll get into it. All right, guys, we are at location. Before I cast, I'll show you what I'm using. I'm just using the Vredis Brigangarian pole, which is good for a 22-pound line strength. I'm using the Harskren reel, and I know that I perfected that pronunciation. And then we have the 22-pound fluorocarbon, and we have the number 3 swim bait. Now, as I said before, we look at the tiger muskie. Those are the preferred baits. My diamond was 20.34 pounds, so 22-pound line is more than enough. Now, that one's barely diamond. I'll go ahead and tell you I had a goad that was 19.7. So that one's barely diamond. So later on, we may be trying to get us a bigger diamond, but right now I'm moving on to the panfish. We'll get into those. See if we can pull us out a black crappie and green sunfish. Yeah, I'm torturing myself, I know. But anyway, let's look at the traits of the tiger muskie. They're aggressive. They're not going to nibble. If you throw out bottom fishing, if you throw out the float setups, they're not going to nibble. They're just straight up going to bite. Same for the pike. You're going to catch a lot of pike doing this too. They are jumpers. They like jumping out of the water and last stand. When they get close to the boat, they're going to fight with renewed vigor. Now, here's something else that I want to let you guys know about. The diamond tiger muskie will not spawn for you unless it's between 49 degrees and 53.55 degrees. Now, I'm sure somebody out there has got a 48.9 or a 53.6. Based on the data I have right now, most of them are falling in between that 49 and 53.55 degree. So that's what you want to look for, okay? I'm just going to constant reel for now, but if I have trouble getting bites, I switch to the stop and go method. And it seems like I do get more bites off the stop and go. And as a matter of fact, let's go ahead and show you the stop and go method. See, right now it's constant. So I'm just going to quit reeling for a little bit. There's stop and go. I'm going to reel for a full bar. And when it gets around to the end, oh, I went too late. All right. When it gets around to the end I let off. So it's a full bar and a half. A full bar and a half. Let off for half a bar and then back for reeling. Full bar and a half. You can see there I'm keeping it going now. Now it is dark. So I will tell you this much. Even though it doesn't say that they're nighttime or daytime fish, it does seem like I get more bites during the daytime here at this spot. And I'll tell you this much too. It took me roughly, I'll have to look at the exact number, but somewhere around 450 tiger muskie to get a diamond. Now, this spot you will catch way more tiger muskie than any of the other spots. That was my experience. But they were all silvers, you know, occasional golds, some bronzes in here and there if you're using a 4 swim bait. But I preferred to use the 3, and that caught silvers and up. Now, here's part of the issue. The temperature is hardly ever correct here for them. Always too warm, around 55, 56 degrees most of the time, sometimes 54. Rarely could I catch the right temperature here, but it is at night, so maybe it's cooled down here a little. Usually at night time or early morning, I can find some good little pockets of temperature right here. Let's look and see this one. We got a silver, 49.3 degrees. We're right in that temperature range. Okay. So this, I could actually stay here and fish in this area and be fine. But look how early in the morning. Now, if I cast around a little bit, I might fall out of that temperature range, or I might fall into better. Right now, 49.3 is a really good temperature here. But if you come here, a lot of times the temperature's too warm. Like if you come here in the middle of the day, you want to, I'm going to leave it on constant just to see what happens. But if you come here in the middle of the day, a lot of times it's too warm here. So before you up and leave, move your boat a little bit, maybe go on through those lily pads a little bit, cast around your boat, try to find that temperature. If you can't find the temperature, a lot of times, I spent way too much time here because I was catching musky after musky, and you will catch golds. It doesn't matter. The temperature thing does not matter for golds. It does matter for diamonds though. Let them say what they want. It does matter for diamonds. You're not gonna find a diamond outside of those temperature ranges. Maybe like by 0.1 or something, but not by a lot. I caught probably 300 of my 450 right here because I just kept catching them. And I was like, I'll get a diamond by numbers. And that was before I knew about the temperatures. I would come fish here for a little bit. And then I would travel over here and fish. But I tell you something, and I would look for the temperatures. And once I find that temperature, that's where I stayed. Now here's the sweet spot though. Let me go ahead and show you guys. Right here is where I caught that diamond. I've got it marked as burbot right now. But this is where I caught that diamond. I saw a diamond northern pike caught right there yesterday. But you want to fast travel in here to Bannock's Knock, summon you a vehicle, come down here, and take a boat up in here. Now, I had been going here and fishing off the bank. The problem is, you'll catch them in all these fingers, and it's too hard. Like if you stay in this area right here, that's where you're going to catch all of your tiger muskie. If you fish off the bank, you can't reach everything. So it's best to come up in here. Demonic Biscuit taught me that. Come up in here, summon a boat, and just take the time to travel up in here. And just move your boat every once in a while when you stop getting bites. And that way you can reach your bait on out there a little bit further. You don't want to go too far past that radius right there, though. Always go to where you can kind of cast back toward the middle here. Not go too far. I caught mine, I think, casting toward the middle here, but I was over in this area, casting toward the middle right here. And Demonic, I think, caught one. Fatness caught one. Demonic's caught several through here. Fatness caught one here the other day. I caught mine yesterday right here, and here's the beauty of it. Just about every time that you go there, it's in that temperature range. Just about every time. And I think that's why that's the hot spot for people. You'll see people occasionally catching diamonds here where I'm at right now. But I think the reason that you don't see more diamonds caught here in this reported place is because the temperature is usually too warm here. For most of the day, the temperature is correct at that fork I just showed you. Here it's hit and miss. Let's see what the temperature is on this one. We caught one a while ago and it was 49.3. We were in that temperature. So now that I'm paying attention to the temperatures, it's not taking me as long to catch my diamonds. There's a lot of naysayers out there that don't believe in it. That's fine. I don't have to believe in it. They don't want to, and people can fish however they want, but I'm going to continue doing it. There's 49.9, so I could stay here for a while and fish here right now. So we don't know exactly how the temperature or how the weather works here. You could have a cold day, you could have a warm day. On a normal day, probably early in the morning, late at night, come here. Is it rocket science? No. Just pay attention to the fish when you catch it. Try to cast in those same areas. Now, we're going to move on over. We could stay here for a while and fish. We're going to move on over here. And I do want to ask for you guys to let me know in the comments. If you look right here, there's going to be, let me turn around here and show you, there's going to be a weather station right there. Now, a lot of times if it's too warm at the place we just left from, I can come to this weather station and the temperature will be correct right through here. And I think it has something to do with the depth of the water as well. But I don't know if you can catch a diamond here or not. I think you can. I think that this whole lake, you could probably catch a diamond pike on it. I don't think you have to be there or there, because I have noticed in the past that I'm up a little further north or up a little or down a little further south than the marker that's located on the official angler Discord, and I'm still catching diamonds. So let me know. I would love to know if anyone has ever caught a diamond right here at this weather station, because a lot of times the temperature is correct there. Now, I can tell you, Amy the Huntress told me that she caught one at this weather station down here. Right here in this deep water, there's a weather station. Now, we know that here at the dam, nobody catches a diamond tiger muskie there, but you can catch a lot of golds. So we just kind of thought that you couldn't catch a diamond here, but Amy says that she caught one here near this weather station. So let me know if any of you have caught one there too. I'm curious to see in the comments how many have caught one there. Diamond tiger muskie, that is. So let's come over here to this spot. A lot of times I could come here and the temperature would be correct if it was too warm over that way. Let's see what the temperature is today here. And it's as simple too as if it's too warm by a degree or two here, I cast a little to the right or a little to the left, and it's trial and error. Eventually we find that temperature that we're looking for and just keep casting in that direction. Let's see how this one's taking a little bit of drag out at 30. Probably a silver pike. So those of you who have known by now, you'll think that you've got a goat or a diamond muskie on sometimes, and it's a silver pike. Silver pike fight really hard. But if you cast out and it's a little too warm or one way or the other, then you might want to recast. 52, we're still in that really good. We're between 49 and 53.5, so we could stay here. Doesn't matter the fish, as long as you get that temperature reading. So I should be able to cast out in that same direction. And as long as we don't see something coming from way left or way right, we should be right in that, close to that same temperature. This should be still in that correct temperature because it bit fairly quickly. That's one of the knocks on this technique, is a lot of people say, well, if you notice that you cast in the same spot, you'll get different temperatures. Well, not really. Only if I watch it come from the extreme left or the extreme right, or if I'm right at my boat. For example, like I've been catching them out there. If I get right to my boat, the water temperature might be a little different at my boat than it is out there. So this one should be, I would be shocked if this one doesn't fall between 49 and 53.55. Let's look and see. 52.1, we're right there. So I'm seeing that consistency. I don't know what people are talking about. Now, is this an easy button? Oh, we're level 99. Sweet. Is this an easy button to catch tiger muskie? No, it is not. Let me tell you what I'm showing you right now. I'm showing you where not to fish. That's it. I don't want you sitting in a body of water casting, catching fish. And you could sit there all day and never catch a diamond. because the temperature's too warm or too cold. That's all I'm doing. It can still take you hundreds of fish to get that diamond. That's what I want people to understand, because I get people that message and say, I've tried that and it's not working for me. How many fish have you caught? I've caught 50 fish here. You know, it might take several hundred fish. All I'm doing is saving you some time by telling you not to fish in the incorrect temperatures. You're never, ever going to catch a diamond in temperatures that are too warm or too cold. You're not going to. Let the naysayers say whatever they want to say. I'm trying to save you some time here. It's still RNG. You're still going to have to get lucky and catch that diamond. All I'm doing is helping put you in a water hole that is capable of producing it. So number one, go to where diamonds have been reported before in that official angler Discord. Pull that up. You see where they've been caught before. That's your first step. Second step, you'll notice there's 3 or 4, maybe 5, 6 different areas where people have reported diamonds of different fish. Go to each spot, check the temperature. A lot of times I like to start off with a small bait so I can check the temperature. Don't really care what fish I catch. Get the temperature and, oh, that's a great spot right there. I keep casting there. Okay. Sometimes I'll cast around just to see it, because sometimes a whole body of water is in that good temperature range. Sometimes it's just a little pocket. But it's trial and error until you find that good little water temperature. Keep casting in that same spot. If it's 5 or 6 degrees too warm, move. Go to another diamond location. Weather fluctuates, guys. It don't stay 90 degrees perfect every day. And on this game, you might have a 70 degree day. You might have an 80 degree day, 90 degree day. So it all depends. That's called fishing. You got to go find it. You got to go find where to fish at. Same thing in real life, guys. So I just don't understand why people can't see the validity in doing it this way, but that's on them. You know, I think Pro XCK does a good job. I think I did pretty good in Tackle Tuesday. Just saying, just throwing it out there that there's something to it. So you guys, if you notice anything that you need to report on that you've caught diamonds 10 degrees colder or 10 degrees warmer, I'd like to see it. I'd like to see a screenshot. I welcome you to send it to me. And let me know in the comments, guys, especially about that weather station and that weather station down here, if you caught a diamond at any of those 2 weather stations as well. But let's look at all the other places, according to the official angler Discord, that you can catch a tiger muskie. But I will just throw this in there if the temperature is right in those areas. Move around to those spots until you find the temperature you're looking for between 49 and 53.55, and then fish there. That's what I did. That's how I got my diamond, and I think I could have knocked off a couple hundred fish had I not been fishing in too warm of water for the majority of that. But let's look at some of the other spots. Here we are in the official angler Discord. I clicked on the link, which takes you to this. This is for tiger muskie, all the known locations that have been reported. So, Amy, if you have a screenshot, Amy the Huntress, of you catching that there at that weather station, should report that to the angler Discord if you have screenshots of that. We need to have that spot added to it. And then right here, as you can see, is where the Gold Sauger mission was. There are people that are catching tiger muskie diamonds there. And then up here in this little lake, I've never had any luck there, but supposedly people have caught, I think you can catch green sunfish there too. So those 2 spots there, I never really fished there, and I didn't fish here either. Never tried any of those 3 spots, but you guys let me know what you think about those spots. I mostly fished these 3 spots right here myself. Is where I mostly fished. Now, toward the ends when I started fishing here, and that was when my buddies went and caught them there, and I started seeing those temperatures being really consistent there, so I just stayed there and refused to move, and eventually, I think I caused one to spawn in. But I stayed there, and I stayed there for about 2.5, 3 hours in that spot, and I caught my diamond. Again, some people don't agree with the temperature thing, and if you mention it in the general chat in the angler Discord, some people get upset about it. Don't know why. I mean, I feel like everybody's entitled to their own opinions, but that is what happens. I would highly recommend you just look at that resource tab, use it for the resources, Go in there, find these spots, hook charts, everything's amazing in there. It's just everybody has their opinions in general chat, and some people don't know how to have civilized conversation and respect others' opinions. That's a lost art today, is to be able to disagree with someone respectfully, you know? And that's what we try to push in my channel. I'm not going to force anybody to have the same opinion as me. Just, you know, have some respect. Just respect other people's opinions. That's all that we're asking for here. So anyway, guys, hope everyone has a blessed Christmas time. And guys, if you would do me a favor, hit that like, subscribe, notify bell. Really appreciate all the comments coming in lately, all the feedback. That helps the whole community, helps me get that out there to everybody else. Anything you need to share, let me know in the comments what your experience is going for a tiger muskie or any other diamonds that you see. Hope this video helps you get your diamond tiger muskie, guys. Tune in for the new Tackle Tuesdays coming up. I think the official season's going to start on the 9th, but we are actually doing some fun little things in between up until then. We'll catch you guys in the next video.